Welcome back to our Halloween edition of the broadcast. We're back with Damien Nordman from the School of Metaphysics. We're talking about ghosts and other spooky things. Earlier you were telling us about spirits, ghosts, entities that actually do exist. And another body of work that you do there at the School of Metaphysics is dream interpretation. Yeah. And we've had you on before to talk about that, and it was such a popular segment. We had a lot of people writing in asking, you know, to have their dreams interpreted. So what are some of the more popular dreams? Because there's really kind of like a common thread in dreams that everybody has, right?
Oh yeah, there's common symbols that show up. There's actually common themes that come up. Of course, nightmares is always one that comes up for people a lot because, especially around Halloween time, people are watching scary movies and dumping a whole lot of that stuff into their consciousness. But I mean, everything from being naked in dreams, that's a very common symbol. The teeth falling out is a very common one that we've talked about before.
Explain what those are, what those stand for.
Well, the being naked in dreams, anytime you're naked, there's being open and honest is prevalent. Of course, people who are uncomfortable being naked in a dream are uncomfortable with their openness. Oh. And one time I did
Does it mean they're big fat liars? If they have a dream about being naked,
I feel like people always have a dream about you have to give a presentation and then you turn around and you're standing up there naked and everyone's looking at you. I think I've had that dream several times.
That's a classic example of someone who's feeling vulnerable. You show up somewhere
and then everyone's staring at you and you're like, what? And then you look down and you're
exactly.
naked.
And what's so interesting is that we, in our society, we're so used to not being fully honest that when we are, we tend to feel vulnerable.
So you feel fully exposed.
Exactly. Yeah. Which, and there was a DJ one time on a radio station here in town, and he would have this dream where he would be completely naked and be totally fine with it, and he was one of those guys who would just tell it to you exactly the way it is, no holds barred. So that's an example of one. The teeth falling out dream we've talked about before is when people are having trouble assimilating, processing. We're such a knowledge-heavy society.
Or what about the dream that you get somewhere and you show up late, or you forgot something?
Oh, I used to have those all the time.
That's also.
But like you had already done it. Like you had actually already done this activity. Like I've had friends who get married and they have dreams like weeks after their wedding that they they forgot to go to their wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Well, you bring up another symbol, which is a good one, which is wedding or marriage, which is a commitment to yourself as it shows up in the dream. And then you also brought up a very common theme, which is that being unprepared, being late, or not being ready for something. And if you think about it, how often do we really take the time?
Isn't that about being out of control?
Yeah, because we're not preparing and visualizing our life ahead of time. We're not thinking about what are the things that are really important to us. We get so busy with so many of the just sort of minutia of our life and the things that we have to do that we don't necessarily take the time to say, well, why am I here? What's my purpose? What is heartfelt and what is truly going to fulfill and satisfy me? And maybe I need to spend some time each day doing that.
Tell me who would come to the metaphysical. Yeah, who comes to there?
Everybody.
All right. And are they people that are just curious? Do you begin to study? What do you do at the Institute?
Yeah, the study really, it's a self-study. It's a study about you and what's important to you. And so we have exercises like concentration exercises, meditation, interpreting dreams, learning how to heal yourself. I started to tell Lisa a little bit about that earlier.
I know, for my allergies. I would love that.
I mean, we've had people heal themselves of all sorts of things, from headaches to allergies to panic attacks, because everything starts with your attention. Everything starts with the mind and being able to direct it. And once you even get a little bit of control of your attention, all the things we've talked about today, you begin to open up to be able to have the power to do that.
It's so good and it's so true.
Yeah.
It really is.
Thanks, Damien, for being here.
Yeah, we love having you here.
It's great to be here with you all.
You can get more information about the School of Metaphysics by going to our website, thebroadcasttv.com. Just click on today's links. Okay, coming up next, we've scared up some tunes from some talented North Texans who will have you rocking out this Halloween. Stay tuned for some beautiful music.
That is about to fall.